Hello, everybody. I am here to help you with the ecological systems theory assignment. You have sent me some questions and I want to answer them. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So I'm not actually starting on the page with the assignment. I'm starting on 1.3, which is a couple of pages before the assignment, and it describes what ecological systems theory is. If you expand the tabs, you have a diagram here. This is a really good representation of what your diagram should look like in the assignment. So the assignment has two parts to it. There's a diagram and there's a write-up, and we'll talk about the write-up in more detail. But the diagram should look something like this. It's not a pyramid. It's not a process. It's concentric circles. And the reason why it's concentric circles is because it's representing the idea that each level of the system is encased in those in the larger rings. I hope that makes sense. So if you read through what's on this page, it should make sense in that way. This person, well, this one isn't really specific to people, but yours should be specific to you, right? So you're going to be describing yourself, your sex, your age, your health, etc. You're going to be describing your family. So, maybe, pardon me, maybe you would put mom and dad, maybe you would put, the names of some friends, maybe you would put CCSF here. Like it kind of like it's got to be specific to you. What does your diagram look like? It's not going to look like anybody else's. This little mini lecture is a super big help to understanding what these all are and in creating your own. So make sure that you don't skip that. In my own lecture, I do talk a little bit about ecological systems theory, but mainly that information is going to be in 1.3. So if we move on to the assignment itself, remember that you are creating that visualization, that graphic of your system. You can do this on the computer. I've seen some really beautiful ones, or you can draw it out and take a picture. I've seen some really beautiful ones done that way too. But you need to do half of the points is your graphic, right? So that thing that I was showing you on the other page with those concentric circles, you need to create one of those. It is 15 points. It is half the points for this assignment. So for each level of that diagram, you need to write 3 to 6 sentences, okay? And what you're writing is you're going to be describing the level. So the easiest one would be the individual level. You're going to be describing yourself. I am, a 41-year-old, Caucasian woman with, one child, blah, 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 right? So you're going to say that. And then you're going to say that's the A part here. And then B, what are the strengths? So what about that level is working really well, like in you can go into more or less detail about this. Some people write paragraphs, some people only write a sentence or two, and that's fine. And then what the areas for development are. So like, for example, if I had a health need, I would say, my health isn't great or whatever, right? So I hope this helps you understand a little bit more about this assignment. And if you have any questions, please do let me know. If I've graded your assignment already and I've kicked it back to you and said, have another go, you should have another go. You can absolutely get more points than you got by trying again. Okay, thank you.